Hey guys and girls, welcome back to part 2 of me sharing my Ghost Rider comic book collection. So first off, we're starting with the Marvel Knights series from 2001, which was written by Devin Grayson with artwork by Trent Kaniuga and Danny Mickey. And Trent Kaniuga and Danny Mickey are also the cover artists. So what you see on the cover is actually very similar to the interior artwork. So first off, we have the Wizard half number, which I'm not entirely sure on whether this came with a Wizard magazine or if you did get a redemption code in it and you had to order it from them. But it definitely came with this COA, and it's a 6-issue miniseries, as I said, under the Marvel Knights label, and it's a sort of relaunch. It ignores most of the previous Ghost Rider books, as in their legacy mostly. And overall, I love the artwork of this series. Trent Kaniuga draws an amazing Ghost Rider in my opinion, but I did not really like the story, to be honest. It depicts Ghost Rider in sort of a very dumb way, or at least the demon parts, and Johnny Blaze is constantly struggling with him, but yeah, as you can see, the artwork is amazing, those covers look really nice, and the interiors are basically the same. So after that came the 2005 miniseries, written by Garth Ennis with artwork by Clayton Crane. And this is one of my favorite Ghost Rider series, mostly because I'm a big fan of Garth Ennis. I have this was also a 6-issue miniseries, and it's also under the Marvel Knights banner, but honestly, in my opinion, it seems as if this should have been a Marvel Max book. It's very violent. And yeah, I mean, it obviously has the parental advisory, but yeah, that's just my opinion. And here's the retailer edition for cover 1. There's also an incentive cover, which I don't have. I'm not exactly sure what the how you would get this cover. I think I bought it on eBay at some point. Here's number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6, and all of the covers are also done by Clayton Crane, so it's the same artwork as you can expect from the interiors. So after the success of this series, they launched a new ongoing series of Ghost Rider, let's put it this way, in 2006, which was written by Daniel Way with artwork by Mark Texeira and Javier Saltares. So some OGs coming back to the book, as you can say. So here's issue 1 with a nice Mark Texeira painted cover. There was also an incentive cover by Mark Silvestri, which was, I believe, a 1 in 15 cover, and this is the sketch variant of this cover, and I think that's a 1 in 25 or 1 in 30 cover. Issue number 2, another nice painted cover by Mark Texeira. Issue number 3, crossover with Doctor Strange. Issue number 4. Issue number 5. Issue number 6, which has where the artist changes from Texeira to Richard Corbin, who also did the covers, amazing covers, I might add to that, still written by Daniel Way. And then we get to some of the crossovers from this series. So first off, we have the Civil War crossover, Casualties of War, where Ghost Rider goes up against Jack-O-Lantern, with awesome covers by Arthur Suydam, and interiors by Texeira and Saltares again. After that we get to the World War Hulk crossover, number 12, and here's the second printing to number 12. Number 13, which was also still a World War Hulk crossover. Number 14, nice Mark Texeira artwork again. Number 15. Number 16. Number 17. Number 18. Number 19. And after number 19, Jason Aaron took the book over as an author. Here we have nice covers by Marko Djurdjevic for this run, I guess you could say. Number 22. And this one has a Secret Invasion incentive cover, or Skrull cover as they called them, so that's why Ghost Rider's head is green. Then we have number 23, number 24, 25, 26, number 27, number 28 with another Mark Silvestri cover. This one actually has a connecting variant cover with Johnny Blaze's Ghost Rider and Danny Ketch's Ghost Rider on the front. Number 29, number 30, number 31, where we get Arthur Suydam back as a cover artist. Number 33, 34, and the final issue from this run is number 35. Then this series, while it was running, had 2 annuals. Here's number 1 and number 2 with another awesome Mark Texeira variant cover. Now we're getting to some of the minis and some follow-ups of the series. So first off we had Heavens of Fire, or not really first off, but this was the continuation of the ongoing series. It's finished the storyline where both Ghost Riders went up against angels from heaven, more or less, that were rebelling. And this concluded Jason Aaron's run on Punisher. And while the ongoing was running, there came another miniseries written by Garth Ennis, which is Trail of Tears. And it's sort of, it plays shortly after the Civil War in the United States, and so it's basically a classic horror revenge story where somebody gets killed and comes back as a Ghost Rider to avenge his death. Again with artwork by Clayton Crane. Another 6-issue miniseries. Also awesome covers. Then, while the ongoing was still running strong, we had this spin-off with the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider, a miniseries written by Cy Spurrier. This was a 5-issue miniseries with, I think the covers are done by Clint Langley and artwork by Javier Saltares with a little help. Also very awesome covers. Maybe I'm wrong on the cover artist. Now we're getting to some of the one-shots I have. So this is a Ghost Rider comic book, poster book, which came with Marvel Legends action figures. I think this is from 2006. Then we have the Ghost Rider Marvel Spotlight, which came out when I think the first movie came out. So it's just a source book with infos about the creators of the comic books and some infos about the movies. Then we have the Amazing Spider-Man and Ghost Rider crossover one-shot Motorstorm, which I think is a compilation of backup stories from the Amazing Spider-Man series. Then in 2007, I believe, they also published this Mythos Ghost Rider one-shot, which is basically Ghost Rider's origin. And now we're getting to some crossover one-shots. So there was a Shadowland crossover one-shot with Ghost Rider. Then there was, this is a more recent one. I think this was released in 2019. And it was a crossover called Damnation with several one-shots. Here we have the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider one. Then from Absolute Carnage we have the Symbiote of Vengeance one-shot. And the Spirits of Ghost Rider Mother of Demons one-shot. Not entirely sure, I think this was also released in 2019. Then we have the King in Black Ghost Rider one-shot. And the Ghost Rider Return of Vengeance Nullified variant one-shot. And the What If Ghost Rider issue. Well, so that's it for the one-shots and minis. Then in, I think it was 2011, I might have to check up on that, maybe I'm wrong, we had a new Ghost Rider series which was based on a new character, so to speak, so no Johnny Blaze, no Danny Ketch, and this was introduced with this 0.1 issue. And at that point it was still unclear that this would be based on a new character. And right off the bat they did a big mistake, I think. They started the series immediately with a crossover, which is the Fear Itself crossover, obviously. And they revealed in the first issue that this was about a new Ghost Rider, a female Ghost Rider. And for some reason this didn't really resonate with the fans, so the series didn't run too long. I think it's 9 issues. And as far as I know, they even killed the character completely within the King in Black or the Absolute Carnage crossover, I think. Where Carnage went after the girl. I can't remember her name right now, and he killed her because at one point she held a symbiote. So here we have a crossover with Hawkeye from that series, issue number 8 and the final issue number 9. And after this didn't work, they gave it a break for a few years, and the next new Ghost Rider series was actually the Robbie Race Ghost Rider series. And a lot of people did not like it, but I, to be honest, liked it, at least in the beginning, which has partially to do with the fact that Trad Moore was the artist, and Trad Moore, in my opinion, is really amazing. One of the most interesting artists in recent years. You should really check out his Luther Strode's minis that he did with Image. They are really awesome. And yeah, so this was written by Philip Smith, and yeah, it was a new Ghost Rider. He didn't ride a bike anymore, but he had a car. So I've also got the Scotty Young baby variant from issue 1. And by the way, the cover artist is also Trad Moore, so this is what you can also expect from the interiors, at least from the first few issues. Sadly, he walked away from the series after the first storyline. So here we have a 1 in 15 incentive cover from number 3 and a 1 in 30 or 1 in 25 incentive cover from number 3. The 1 in 15 incentive cover from number 4. Regular cover from number 4. Number 5. Number 6. So at this point a new artist took over, and Yeah, I didn't really like it. I thought the storyline overall wasn't too bad. It's pretty generic, but there was some interesting aspects in my opinion. So here's number 8, and then another really nice throwback to the 1990s Ghost Rider series, which was this Deadpool variant with a little joke, a spirit annoyed on the bottom. Really like this cover. I'm not sure if this was an incentive or you could just order it, but I've got it anyways. Then we have number 9, number 10, and number 11. And at this point, the artist of the series, or the author of the series, took over also the art of the series, and Philippi Smith is a very good artist. I liked it, but sadly it was cancelled with number 12. Then after that we got a few years later we did get a new Ghost Rider Robbie Race series, but this was mostly a crossover series with the other younger characters, so this was more of a Champions book or whatever their crew was called. That's why you see them in the corner box. So this was rather uninteresting to me. Also, some of the story stuff that came up in the first Robbie Race series were not really finished in any of the Ghost Rider series, but in some other books which he appeared and I didn't read. That also annoyed me a little bit. And the final series that came out, which came out in 2020, was this very short-lived Ghost Rider series with Johnny Blaze back in the saddle. Sadly, I'm still missing number 2 from it, so I haven't really read it. I need to pick that up at some point, but due to the fact that it only ran for 7 issues, it just went off my radar and I forgot to track the book down. And yeah, that's it for my Ghost Rider comic book collection. Thanks for watching, and maybe till next time. Bye bye.